We are on the last book of the Twilight series. It is Breaking Dawn. So, this one is an even longer book, so there's going to be stuff I missed, but since this is a 5-minute video, I'm just going to try to get the major points happening. So, firstly, Belle and Edward get married, and Jacob finds out. He's very upset about it. He runs away, and he runs for a while, but he actually returns for her wedding, well, the nighttime of the wedding. And, of course, Charlie is, he's kind of confused, upset, but, I mean, there's nothing really he can do, but he goes along with it and everything. So everything's getting set up for the wedding, and Bella's she continues to have these nightmares of this child, and, it's an immortal child, biting everyone, and, she sees the Vittori and everything in her dreams. But, that goes on. They go on their honeymoon to Isle Esme, which is Carlisle and Esme's really gifted them. So it's this beautiful island, and in the movie you get to see what it actually looks like. But, so during the honeymoon, they spend a lot of time together and do what people would do during their honeymoons. But it's there that because Edward's trying not to harm her, because he's very powerful. It's hard for him to, be very gentle with her, but she is feeling neglected, and she wants him to be with her in that way. But eventually what happens is Bella, she actually becomes pregnant, and it's really fast, this pregnancy. And everyone, when they find out, they go back to Forks, is really worried, because anything from an immortal child is that the child would become really a monster in a way, be a vampire, wouldn't be able to control itself and just go biting everything. And Bella is really weakening during this. She's becoming really just skin and bone, because the baby is taking so much from her, and she eventually has to drink blood. And the wolves, the Quillettes, their treaty is if any vampire gets bitten, it's really the treaty's over, and so they're going to attack as soon as the baby gets born. So we forward to it, and the baby, it's time for the baby to be born, and they have to literally do a C-section on Bella for the baby to come out. And it's at this point that Bella is dead, really. She has, and her baby tries to drink the blood of the mom, of Bella. So, and then Edward bites everywhere on her body, so that way the blood will go into the heart as quickly as possible. And during that time, Jacob, he has his own pact, because he left Sam, because he didn't want to kill Bella or anything, because he loves her. And Leah and Seth joined him. And Leah and Seth are siblings. But, so Jacob's about to kill her, and Rosalie's very excited about the baby, because she's always wanted children of her own, so she is in full support of Bella wanting to keep the baby, because they all wanted to take the baby out, because they didn't want it to kill her. So Rosalie's with the baby, and Jacob is going to kill the baby, but then imprinting happens, and I know how that sounds. It sounds really gross. I mean, it is gross, but she grows at 7 years of age, so really she's 7 years younger than him, if you think of it in that sense. And so he is in full support. The wolves come, and since he imprinted on her, they can't do anything to stop them. And so she's protected. And in the part 2 of Breaking Dawn, because it's 2 parts, and so that's why they made the movie 2 parts, Bella becomes a vampire, and she's loving everything, and she finally gets to meet her daughter, and she's very careful with everything. But Jacob's kind of being protective of her and like saying, "Oh, you can only hold her once." And Bella is wondering why he's acting this way. When she finds out, she gets, of course, very upset and she wants to kill him. And later, what happens is Arena, she comes to go apologize because she didn't show up at the wedding because the werewolves killed Laurent, who was the guy that she was really into. But she sees Renesmee, that's the baby girl. She's been growing very steadily. She sees her, and she thinks she's an immortal child because her mother had an immortal child, and her mother was killed, and her little brother. And so they were going to get killed too, but they let them live. And so she goes and tells the Volturi, and the Volturi plan to go really kill them. But Carlisle, Esme, and they all agree to get witnesses. They're friends. And so you meet a lot of new vampires with new abilities. It's a really cool. And also to see it in the movie, just to see what they would have looked like. Breaking Down Part 2 is, I would say, my favorite out of all of them. Just because it's like a happy ending and everything. And they eventually go to battle, and Carlisle doesn't want to fight and everything. That's why he's got witnesses. But you see in Alice's vision of what it would have happened if they chose to battle. And Alice is gone for a while because she went to go get one of the vampires who is actually like Renesmee. So, but you get to see all just kind of the conclusion, and everything's happy at the end, and you get to see more characters, which I loved, and just also some of these are just regular vampires, and you get to see more of the Denali family, who are really the Cullens' cousins in a way. But it's a wonderful conclusion to a wonderful series. But that is all the Twilight books. I hope you enjoyed. If you like this video, stay tuned for more. I will be doing a new series, and so look out for the next first video. Thanks so much for watching.